What's going on, everybody? Thank you so much for joining me today for episode number 45 of the Car 5 podcast. I'm your host, Joshua. For today's episode, we're going to be talking about how the Lamborghini Aventador is now becoming a full-on plug-in hybrid. So as usual, let's go ahead and just dive right into things. So yes, you heard that right. A plug-in hybrid Lamborghini Aventador. Debuting in 2022, everything is set for Lamborghini to start making their transition as well to the hybrid and electric markets. That means my favorite car, the Lamborghini Aventador, along with its 6.5-liter naturally aspirated V12, will be joined by 2 electric motors. So before we start getting into the details, I wanted to read a quote really quickly from Lamborghini CEO Stefano Domenicali, if I'm saying that right. Stefano. He stated, "The Aventador represents our halo car. The current model launched in 2011 and still sold 1,200 cars last year. Of our total volume, that's a lot," which is true because Lamborghini isn't an extreme high production company. They cater to a specific market, so their production volumes are a little bit lower. So for them, 1,200 cars of one model, that is a lot. And he's 100% right. The Aventador, in my opinion, is a perfect representation of Lamborghini. And honestly, everything a supercar should be. The way it sounds, the way it looks, the performance, the price, everything about it is, in my opinion, what a supercar should be. And it's a perfect representation for Lamborghini. And it's a perfect car for them to take and join the rest of the world in the hybrid and electric markets. But specifically, they're going to start off with the hybrid. So in regards to details, there's actually kind of a lot to tell, so we're just going to get right into it. It's going to get a lot of its looks from the concept car called the Terzo Millennio. Of course, you guys, if you're watching on YouTube, you can see the photos. If you can't see the photos, if you're listening on the podcast, just head over to the Instagram or the Facebook and check those out. The Terzo Millennio concept is insane. It doesn't even look real. It looks like literally like a UFO or a spaceship of some sort. The plug-in hybrid Aventador is also going to have a brand new carbon fiber chassis that's going to be home to 3 motors, the 6.5-liter naturally aspirated V12 and 2 electric motors that are going to be placed towards the rear of the car. There's going to be a brand new dual clutch transmission, and because of the battery assistance, the Aventador is going to have an additional 400 horsepower. Now, the Aventador, depending on which version you have, basically 700 plus horsepower. So 700 plus 400 is 1,100 horsepower, over 1,000 horsepower for this plug-in hybrid Aventador. That is astronomical. If you've ever driven a Lamborghini, you'll know it's violent, it's aggressive, it's extremely loud, it is extremely fast. Now add that car with 400 horsepower. My dream is to one day own an Aventador like that, and I hope and pray to God they have one at Monterey Car Week this year. I want to absolutely see it. So, given that knowledge, I would think it's safe to say there's some new speed records and lap records that are going to be broken. The new plug-in hybrid Aventador is also going to utilize the Huracan Evo's computer, their CPU, for better driving dynamics, but the current rear-wheel steering will stay in place. Now, Lamborghini's chief technical officer, if I can say this one correctly, Maurizio Reggiani, says the Aventador replacement will be naturally aspirated and a plug-in hybrid, because this is the best mix of emotion and DNA for a Lamborghini. For the moment, it is not a problem to be homologated worldwide. For the new Aventador, I'm confident we'll be able to introduce the particulate filters we need for Euro 7 emissions. For these, it is not a question of turbocharging. Instead, we will make the hybrid vehicle emotional, sexy, and what the customer will want to have. This is the challenge. And again, that is with the plug-in hybrid Aventador coming out in 2022. Now, the fact that the chief technical officer says in his quote that it is going to be sexy, it tells you what kind of company Lamborghini is that they cater to the customer. Now, it seems like I'm a little excited about this car because I am, because again, the Aventador is my favorite car in the whole wide world. The fact that it's now going to be a plug-in hybrid, it's going to be, which means it's going to be more efficient, better fuel economy, it's going to operate better, and it's going to be completely faster with over 400 added horsepower, totaling over 1,000. This is beyond mind-blowing, and it's going to get its looks, the majority of the looks, from the Terzo Millennial concept car. This is just absolutely like astonishing. It's amazing. It's crazy to even think about. Again, this is just a concept. We won't know anything till the car debuts in 2022. But if anything goes on with this car, more leaked pictures, images, specifications, you guys know, of course, I'm going to keep you informed about it. I would love to talk about it more, but I don't have anything else to talk about. That's all we know so far. So, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes episode number 45 of the Car 5 podcast. Don't forget to follow on Instagram. Don't forget to like on Facebook. If you guys are watching on YouTube, and if you like the channel, go ahead and subscribe and hit the like button on this video. You guys ever need anything from me, don't hesitate to shoot me an email, info@car5podcast.com. Don't forget to tune in June 10th for episode number 46. We're going to be talking about Audi and their upcoming hybrid and electric vehicles they're calling e-tron. So thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. Please remember to drive safe. Have a fantastic evening. Thank you.